Hi and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Lisamonoson, and on this channel you will find furniture makeovers as well as a vlog for my Sibo journey. So most likely you're seeing this in the actual vlog for my Sibo journey, and I'm coming back to you to give you some test results and to talk to you a little bit more about Sibo and what I've learned through my journey. First of all, if you are suffering with this illness, I want to just make this disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I don't have a degree in anything Sibo, but I can tell you that through my experience, I like to be able to share what I've been through because I know that feeling, going through it myself and struggling for so long with my stomach, how it is to try to find somebody that's like you or somebody that has healed from it. I went on a desperate search during the worst of my illness to try to find people that were healed. And I gotta say, on a sad note, there wasn't a lot of people either sharing their stories or that were getting healed. A lot of the forums talked, you saw people coming back again and again who had done certain supplements or certain antibiotics or certain whatever, and they were back in there 6 months later, 3 months later, whatever it happened to be, sick again. So that can be very discouraging. I wanted to chronicle my entire process, and of course hope to have a great outcome. And my last video, if this is your first time in the playlist, you can go all the way to the top and find out when my Sibo journey started and where my stomach conditions started. Most of my life, to be honest with you, but the Sibo condition started in 2018, and then in 2019 I did an elemental diet. It is now 2021, late 2021, October, if you're just tuning into this. And in July, just to kind of catch people up, started having a few issues. I didn't think much of it other than maybe stresses, hormones, but I wanted to make sure I checked it out because, if you let something like small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, get out of control, then of course your symptoms are going to be way worse, and you're going to be to the level of, oh my God, this is so bad. Now I've got to take even more extreme measures to get rid of it. So the second, if you have healed from this, or you're in that healing process and you finally get to where you're feeling a whole lot better and you have a setback, that you're curious about, is this coming back or is this just a setback because my gut's like a newborn baby and I tried something new and maybe it's just not agreeing. It could be one of the two. Since mine has been so long since feeling a whole lot better, it doesn't mean that after the diet that I went hog wild and just started eating gluten again, dairy again. I've been dairy free for more than 10 years. I stayed off red meat and pork for more than 10 plus years when I was having a lot of IBS issues. And I realized that cutting those things from my diet really did help me for a long, long time. The catapult to my Sibo was a doctor putting me on a PPI, which, if you're not sure what that is, it's a proton pump inhibitor, which is like a Nexium or a Prilosec or omeprazole is another name of it, and that depleted all the bacteria and caused Sibo to just flourish. So if you're on one of those or have been on one of those, that might be your root cause as to why you have Sibo now. But at any rate, I digress. Let me get back to the reason for this video. I don't need to get off task here. That's just who I am. I get a little bit all over the place. But at any rate, if you're in that healing process and you do have some symptoms, don't fret immediately. Your gut is still healing. And I get this question a lot on the YouTube channel. How long after the Sibo, after you finished your diet, was your gut healed? And I can't exactly answer that to a T because, like I said, I've been dairy free and red meat free and pork free, and I watched that diet. And then when this happened, of course, the food started diminishing on what I could eat before Sibo, down to like 4 foods, and then we cut gluten. So now, just because I'm healed was the point that I was getting to, doesn't mean that, and same for you, doesn't mean that you're going to jump back into, oh, I'm going to go back to eating gross foods and, bad foods. You have to continue to nourish, protect, and heal your body and put good things in it. If you don't ever want to be this sick again, if you're going through it right now, once you make a change and your gut is feeling better, the worst thing you could do after healing is to go back to eating a terrible diet. We know that the foods today, unfortunately, to make things cheaper, you'll notice in the stores, if you're buying gluten-free or you're having to make your own and you're buying organic, all the pricing for that is more expensive, and that is by design. Unfortunately, I think, they want Americans sick because the pharmaceutical companies make money off of all these medications that make your stomach feel better, right? Then if you end up with SIBO, they're making money on that too. So it's a sick thing, but it is so true. So if you want to stay healed, and it's not to say you can't indulge every once in a while. If you used to be able to eat a hamburger and you want a hamburger again, just don't eat it 10 times a week. Maybe once a week, maybe, you can have that. Or if you loved steak and you could process a steak and you were okay at one time with a steak, just watch how much you eat of it. Same thing with pork. I could never digest pork well, but if you did well with it before and you like a pork chop, occasionally, I don't think it's going to bother you. But going back to a very fatty, very processed, that's another thing. If you can afford and you can buy organic, even if it's, I try to feed my entire family organic, it can get very expensive. Or grow your own, which we've started gardens so that I got something called heirloom seeds, which means that they're not processed with GMOs. And you can get, if you bought an organic piece of fruit or vegetable, harvest the seeds from that. Start growing your own potatoes. Start growing those things to save money. That way you're not getting chemicals sprayed on your fruits and vegetables. You're probably going, well, Lisa, I can just wash them and then it takes it off and not eat the skin and it's good. No. Because in the soil, as that's growing, if they're putting chemicals in the soil, it's growing within the fruits and vegetables. Same thing with the feed for your cows, your chickens, all of that. What are they feeding them? They're feeding them a lot of GMO corn. You wonder why people have such sick stomachs and problems and why people are all on these, antacids and everything else. It's the food supply. That's part of the problem. Why people are so unhealthy, why most of America is obese, why people have all these different health conditions. What do they say? Food is thy medicine. God didn't create our animals and our, fruits and vegetables and whatever to be sprayed with all these chemicals. And so that's leaching into us, which is making Americans sick, or people all over the world very sick. So you kind of have to take your health. You know your body best. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just going on experience here. And also, if you are very interested in this type of thing, I highly recommend getting on Netflix and absorbing yourself into documentaries like What the Health, Forks Over Knives, That Sugar Film. There's so many that you can get engrossed in to find out more about the farming industry, about the way your livestock animals are processed, all that stuff. And I will tell you, What the Health was a huge eye-opener for us. I had stopped eating pig and cow way before that. And I would love to stop eating chicken. I would, but I love chicken. I will buy only organic, humanely raised chicken when I eat it, and I will eat usually the white breast meat from it and not eat the fattier parts of it. But like I said, if you watch it, if you are very sensitive to animals, just close your eyes during certain scenes, because it will upset you so much at the way these animals are treated before their death. The way that, there are that's what I'm saying. There are good farms out there. You can find grass-fed beef where they're humanely, killed and all that, whatever, and still eat meat and stuff like that. But you make a choice at the grocery store when you choose which one you're buying. And yes, you're going to pay more for the grass-fed, but be careful with labels as well, guys. Research like some of these companies, because some of them will just put USDA, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's not always 100% true. They use trickery in some of these labels. So as you're healing, or when you get to that point, if you're in the thick of this, please watch how you treat your body after the healing, because I don't want to see you back on my videos 6 months from now, sick again. And I'm sure you never want to go through this again, just like I don't. So again, that occasional piece of this, that occasional meal like this, if you can process it once you're healed and you're great, Do it as a treat. And you know what? Appreciate every bite you can eat of it. Let me tell you, I praise God when I am eating things that I haven't been able to eat in a long time, and it's a treat for me. Like I do dairy-free ice cream, gluten-free ice cream. But to me, that's a major treat because there's still sugar in it, right? And some of us can't process sugar. So when I have that and I can make a banana split or whatever, it is like heaven. Let me tell you, it tastes better than it ever tasted before, because before you could just shovel it in and you're like, oh, it's so good, whatever, right? Now, coming from a place where you could not hardly eat anything and you get a chance to eat something like that, every bite is praise you, Jesus, that I'm eating this. And then I'm praising Jesus if I don't have any symptoms, right? So please take good care of your body. So 10 minutes in and I'm yakking my head off. I'm here to tell you about the Sibo test results. So I took a home test a little over a week ago. It's been almost 2 weeks. Got the results, and praise the Lord, I am Sibo free. Woohoo! All the symptoms I had said I had Sibo, that it was creeping back in. No Sibo. I did the Trio Smart Home test. Results came back, no Sibo. So praise God. I got to tell you that we still don't know what the symptoms are then. So my next steps are, I have some blood work coming up. We are testing hormone levels. I am going through perimenopause. And if you are in that situation, that can really upset your bowels. It can make them go up and down and bloating and all that, whatever, because of hormone levels. Who knew that it was that crazy? So if you're in that time of your life, your perimenopause or your menopause, a lot of your stomach situations with your digestive system could have a lot to do with hormone fluctuations, just causing your bowels to move too quickly or not move at all or whatever. So note that. So I'll be meeting with my naturopath after those results. We can talk about the next steps for me. I am still on supplements. I get this question a lot on YouTube. No, I'm not on an elemental diet anymore. I do try to eat, like I said, I eat whole foods. We usually cook all my meals. There's only like 2 restaurants I've found that can cook for me safely, and it's still chicken and fish and that type of thing. And I give them all my specifics. It's very hard otherwise to go out to eat for me. Don't really trust a lot of restaurants to take care of me. It's not worth it to me to feel awful afterwards. So it could be potential leaky gut. I'm looking at my notes here. It could potentially be, like I said, a lot of deficiencies and hormonal fluctuations. The work that I have to do and the work that I would suggest for you to do is mentally is a huge part of the healing process. Yes, you probably need supplements. Yes, you're going to need things to help you eat, and you're going to have to watch your food so you don't have the symptoms. But mentally, you need to get in a place, and it's hard. I've dealt with anxiety most of my life, but having a daily mantra that you say to yourself, prayer, whatever works for you, a good support system, family, friends, a group, whether my videos help you or somebody else that is healed, having that is going to help you. You need positive thoughts. You cannot, and I'm going to be one of the first to tell you, I wallowed in my sickness. I had days of wallowing in my sickness, being mad at God. One day, I mean, this is going to sound like a crazy person. One day during the elemental diet, or before I started it, I was so upset. I have a pool in the backyard, and in my pajamas, I was just so upset, and I was crying, and I just needed to scream because I was so frustrated. I know that you may feel that way. And I didn't want people to hear me scream. So I jumped in my pool and I went under the water and I just screamed, and I got out and I cried and I went back under the water and I just screamed. And sometimes you have to vent. You have to vent your frustration. And that was my way. And you know what? I felt a lot better. There were a lot of tearful days and frustrations. And it's not to say in this almost 3 years since the diet that there hasn't been fears of setbacks. Oh my God, why am I bloating? You know, it's a shame that we're so in tune to, oh my God, why am I bloating? Why do I have a gas pain? Why do I have this? So the tools that you need to do is mental, right? So get a mental mantra going. I am healed. I am healthy. My mind is sound. I am confident. I am brave. I am strong. I am favored. I am blessed. Whatever it happens to be, mantra. Daily, tell yourself, I'm healed. My digestive system works perfectly. My bowels work normally. Tell yourself this, because all that's the cycle that's going through your mind is, oh my God, I'm sick again. Oh my God, I'm on the toilet. Oh my God, I can't go to the bathroom, right? These are all the things that's in your mind. Oh, I feel like crap. I feel like crap. I feel like, even though you physically probably feel like crap, you need to tell yourself, I am healed. I am healthy. I am good. I'm healing every day. I'm getting better every day. Even if it's not happening yet, you need to do it. Trust me. It's part of the process. So that's one. You also need a couple other tools that you can use if you have the funds to do so as you're healing. And I wish I had this before, because all I'm getting now is a low fermentation, which is good. So I'm proving that I really am healed from SIBO. Is I have a food marble. I don't know if you've heard of this, and I thought I brought it over here. I don't, but it's called Food Marble, and I'm not sponsored for this product. I just found it online, and it's basically you hook it up to your phone, and it's a little breath test that you can log your foods. You can log your poops, you can log your symptoms, but you also can take breath tests. And it tells you how to do it. It hooks up to your phone. You breathe out into it for 5 seconds, and it'll tell you your fermentation levels. And it will remind you after a meal to test in an hour, to test in 3 hours, whatever it happens to be, to see how you're processing. Now, I got one a little late in the game. I panicked, like I said, when I was starting to have these symptoms, and I ordered one. And of course, everything I'm logging now, the test must be right with Trio Smart, because everything I eat, if I still have a little bit of bloating, and I'm like, why am I bloating? Let me do the Food Marble, and I check it. Low fermentation. Low fermentation is all I'm getting. So that's a good thing. So, it's good. That way you can log things and watch your progress. So Food Marble. The other thing that is a free thing that you can do is if you're having bowel issues with your bowel movements, it's good to keep a food diary, and it's good to track, because I never realized when I was more on the constipated side, I used to think what's normal was once a week, maybe twice a week. And even at that, it would be hard. Now I know how important it is to go daily, every day, if not more than once a day, is best, they say, after each meal, that you should be going to the bathroom. So I'm happy if I get once a day, twice a day. It's like crazy. So there's something that you can get in the App Store. Charlie, do not bump my table. My golden retriever's under the table. If he bumps the table, go, go, go. Over here. Over here. Over here. Okay. Anyway, it's called the Poop Tracker. I know, it's crazy. I privately have it on my phone, and every time I use the restroom, you can log your poop, and you can log. I know it's gross, but hey, we're talking about gut issues here, and if you're watching this, you have them, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. So the Poop Tracker, you can put whether it has a different consistencies, what color it was, what you could write notes of what you ate, and that has helped me also to be able to see. Oh, well, when I'm eating this, I go to constipation, or when I don't take this magnesium, this many, I start going constipated, or I start having more loose. So it does help you figure things out a little bit more. So if you don't have a poop tracker, get a poop tracker on your phone. Nobody has to see it but you. And it does help you with that. If you're perimenopausal, or even if you're younger and you're still getting your cycle, log your periods. You should know when you start, when you don't start. There's a period tracker that I have as well. And I went 6 months without nothing. And then a month ago, she showed up. And it's important, my naturopath says, to know, do my symptoms increase the week before when I would supposedly get one? Because now we're just tracking every 28 days. Would I have one? Does a headache come on at that time? Maybe I'm not showing, but maybe my symptoms are there, right? Because you still have the hormonal fluctuations. You're just not showing. So keep track of that to see if your symptoms are worse during that time. And I want to also remind everybody, not all people. I get a couple questions. What are you taking now? What should I take? People are, in desperation. I can hear it when you guys are typing, and it breaks my heart, because I was there and I understand your desperation. I completely understand it. You might even be crying when you're typing to me. I can never give the medical advice. I had supplements like you have no idea all over my countertops during my illness, because I would hear somebody say they took this or they had this, and I'd order it, because I was desperate. But then you know what? It comes, and then you're like, well, how do I take it? And can I take this with that? Is it too much? And do it. And so then you're confused, because you have a bucket full of different supplements and you don't know for your particular condition. Yeah, we might all have SIBO, but some people are higher methane, some are higher, on the candida, right? Some are SIFO, some have, constipation, some have diarrhea, some are hydrogen. It's all different. So if I tell you I was on dextrose free and I was taking this, that might not be the full right protocol. Some of it might be right, but not all of it. You might not need all of it. I also know that some naturopaths may be telling you different than mine did. Mine, as sensitive as I was, said, we're just doing the elemental and you're not going to be on anything else during it till towards the end when I'm going to put you on some charcoal to start binding up those toxins. And then after, we will address it with some herbals. Everybody's going to be different, but listen, this is so important. If you are seeking natural medicine to heal from this sickening, horrible disease, I'm going to call it a disease, illness. I mean, it's just horrible, and not enough is known about it from regular doctors. They just don't know how to treat it, but to throw rifaximin at you or metronidazole or one of these antibiotics, only for you to return with having to do another round of it. So if you're seeking natural medicine because you've been down that route and you're sick and tired of it, there's something very important I want to tell you. And that is, I do not want you to just go to any naturopath that you pull up in the phone book. I know it could be like, here's one, I'm going to call her and I'm going to get in an appointment. Please don't do that, because you deserve to find one that understands SIBO. And don't let just any of them tell you, oh yeah, I can help you with that, because they know they're going to make $150 an hour or whatever their fee is. Mine's like 100, I think 120 now for 30 minutes. Sorry, for 30 minutes, I think it's 120 to see my naturopath. And we do a Zoom and I have my notes and I'm like, okay, we're almost time up, because I am not paying more than the 30-minute charge and I only see her so often. So you usually, with a naturopath, they usually will do a complimentary initial phone call with you. If they are rushing with you, if you don't feel right, do not go with them. If they are telling you what you think you want to hear, do not go with them. The way I found mine is I ask specific questions, because you need to become very knowledgeable in what you are dealing with. Read as much as you can, find out as much as you can. And it's not to say you're going to become like a doctor, but I feel like I've learned so much through this that I knew if somebody was going to be BSing me just to try to get my money, okay? I wanted to know, can they truly heal me? Have they healed anybody else from this? And not just go, oh yeah, I've treated the people with this. Yeah, I know what, No. Ask the right questions and find somebody that is caring and that is going to truly help you. And if things aren't going right in your treatment, then maybe you chose wrong, or maybe you need to speak up. If they're putting you on too much and you are not handling it, you need to speak up and say, hey, this is all too harsh for me. Can we cut back on something here and go a little slower? Because some of them also want to give you, we're going to put you on these herbals, we're going to put you on the elemental diet, we're going to put you on this. And let me tell you, for some of you, it's just too harsh, too quick. So mine knew, because I was very advocating, look, I'm sensitive. I know I'm going to be sick on this diet. I know it's not going to be a cakewalk, but I know it's going to be hard, and I know I'm going to have die-off, and I know I'm going to be sick. I understand that. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this. But I want to go slower when it comes to adding the additional herbals and what I need to do, because rushing things also is not going to help you. And that is something I've said in all of my update videos is, I know the desperation of you going, oh my God, in 3 months I have a wedding to go to, or I'm getting married, and I gotta be better. Do you know how many things I had coming up? And I'm sorry to say, I had to cancel a lot of things. I earned 2 trips, one to Hawaii, one to Los Cabos during my illness. And they were coming up and I was like, I'm gonna be better in time. And guess what? I wasn't fully better in time for me to feel comfortable getting on a plane, for me to feel comfortable that they would have food where I was going that could work with me, and I was still not feeling all that great. So I had to cancel those trips, and it greatly sucks. But here's something I want to remind you also. If you're living in this today, right now, if you don't take the measures to heal now and take the time with your body to give it time to heal, and you're rushing things, you're going to end up right back here again. Okay? Give your body the time, listen to your body, okay, and heal the right way. Some of you I know also do like 7 days elemental diet. Maybe your doctor says that's all you need, or they tell you only need 14 days. I'm going to tell you just from the research I did and what was best for me is I said, nope, I'm doing full 21 days. And the reason I did that is I went and looked at Rebecca Coombs and a couple other people on YouTube that were out there at that time. And anybody that had fully healed and for long term had done the 21 days and stuck it out. So again, that might not be for everyone, but I knew a year from now, I did not want to be doing it again. I knew it was going to be hard to begin with. Why would I want to do this again? And the reoccurrence rate of SIBO is so high that I really just want to knock it out and get my suffering over. Like I wanted to do the 3 weeks, suffer through it, get through it, and get it over with, and suck it up now, and then do the herbals that I needed to do after and continue to heal my gut. Yes, it took, I mean, like I said, I still tell people today, I'm still on maintenance. I still take maintenance medicine, not medicine, maintenance supplements, maintenance herbals, and I watch what I eat, and I'm very good to my body. And if I notice symptoms, I make sure I check it out. So you have to come to the realization, especially if you've always had stomach issues and have suffered most of your life with anxiety, stomach issues, whatever, it all goes in hand, that you're going to always be on alert and always be careful, right? With your gut, be gentle with yourself. So again, not a one size fits all illness. Everybody's different, but I do want to tell you to hang in there, stay strong, be brave, have a mantra. You can heal from this. I was scared to do my video to tell you I was taking a SIBO test. I thought, oh God, everybody's going to think that I'm back with SIBO. And you know what? If I was coming to you today and saying, yep, I've got a little SIBO again, I'm going to have to do whatever, then that's what I would be telling you. But that's not what it is. So I will keep you posted as to what's going on. Like I said, I'm thinking leaky gut, and maybe I'm on 2 pharmaceuticals that I can't seem to get off. They are for anxiety conditions. I've been on them for like 14 years. And that can cause gut issues. It can cause slow motility. It can cause, gut permeability, problems with leaky gut, stuff like that. But I also have to weigh my mental health, and this. So, yeah, it's interesting, right? So I hope you guys have a blessed day. I pray for all of you. When you do comment, I say a prayer for you. I hope my videos have helped you. I hope you find healing and a good naturopath, and I will keep you guys updated. I'm sorry this is a long video, but I hope you stayed with me to the end. And if so, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Like I said, my channel's a little bit of everything. It started out as a beauty channel. Then I went through the SIBO. I decided to vlog this. Now I'm in a furniture business, and I flip furniture, and I repurpose furniture, and you'll see a playlist for that. I got some Charlie videos. Hey, Charlie, you want to come up and say hi? Come on, up, up. This is Charlie. If you haven't seen him, he's a moose. Let me say hi. Let's turn your head. Say hi, everybody. He's beautiful. He's a big moose, but he's my baby, and there's a video about how he was my birthday surprise and the story about how I got him. So that's a feel-good. If you're having a down day, go watch Lisa's birthday surprise. It will give you happy tears and a happy video. Who doesn't like to see a puppy being given to somebody, right? Oh, okay, you're going to take over the show here. All right, guys, have a blessed day. Take it easy, and I'm here for you. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.